What up, it's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV, and I got Pot Rock. This is my cousin. This is my mother's sister's son. In case y'all didn't know, this is my mother's sister's son who taught me a lot in these streets. And what's gonna surprise y'all about this is his neighborhood and my neighborhood is rivals.
That part.
That's crazy, right? Me and his neighborhood don't get along, so it's kind of crazy when you from this hood and he from this hood, and it's a lot of chaos, but we family, right? And it's like that amongst a whole lot of people.
And don't even know it. They don't even
in Compton,
know it.
California. No, some know it, but it's crazy that based on which neighborhood your mama moved in, because this where she couldn't afford to stay at and just happened to have you as a kid, and this where you was raised at, of course you're going to adapt to your environment. So I have a son and he have a son, and we try to teach him what's best and not to go in the footsteps that we went through. Not that we saying we ashamed of the trials and tribulations that we went through, because it made us the men that we are today. What do you got to say about us being from two different hoods, we families, and them two hoods don't get along?
Well, first of all, you got to understand how I even got started. It wasn't like we never got along. We did get along. Just situation happened. A lot of times, people in neighborhoods get blamed for other people's wrongdoings. So first of all, you need to do your homework and at least have a good understanding on what's causing the problem. See, a lot of times, people got a misunderstanding on what's even causing the problems. It be over women. It be over bullshit. It be over politics. You know, it's a lot of things that stimulate gang violence. One thing I learned about being from a different rival gang is to really get an understanding on what's going on. My experience was one time I got incarcerated and I was looking at a life sentence. So a lot of people ask me, Pot Rock, why you change your life? Because the same people on the streets that I thought I was getting into it with was the same people that had my back. And a lot of people don't even know that. So me personally, I look at it from this point of view. I'm not finna go to jail and fall up under a Compton car and then come back to the streets and act like I forgot what happened. It don't work like that. See, if you go be that way, you be that way through your whole time. Don't start switching up. Don't go in there and do a couple of years, you be cool, get your little clout, then you wanna come back to the streets and act hard. That ain't the way I get at. That's not the way I was raised to get out. So from that point on in life, I started looking like that, because we all can solve these problems, but you're not gonna have people wanna be men and sit down. See, a lot of cats like to stand behind that pistol. They like to stand behind the homies that is fighting. The homies, not everybody shooting. Not everybody killers. Not everybody got a knuckle game. So once you realize where you fall in, then you need to start getting an understanding on what's going on. Because you might got one dude doing a whole lot of work for a whole lot of people that ain't. Then you got some dudes that can fight, that's putting in their work, and a lot of other dudes that can't. So from my point of view, I like to really get an understanding on what's going on, because a lot of people don't even know. A lot of these neighborhoods that we used to get into it with, we used to get money with. That's why it was plentiful. See, I was raised that you protect the neighborhood. You don't go out here starting beefs and getting into it with cats. For what? How you gonna get your money? Now that you broke, now that's all you own. So to me, I look at it from this point of view. Like, I'm not getting involved with nothing over something that's personal. Because it might have been somebody, mama got slapped, somebody, big brother got beat up at the park, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just go through things and people don't even know why you're going through it. Only thing they, oh, let's go ride. I done got into it. Hold up. What you get into it for? Oh, that nigga called me a bitch or a B word, or he disrespected something and you couldn't handle it. Now you want to come back and get everybody else involved, and now you got an ongoing war for a whole 20, 30 years. Y'all don't even know why. That's why it comes back down to it to say, what are we beefing for? Some people don't even ask questions. They just go out there and get into it. And then when they go get locked up, like I did, I got locked up at a young age. And when I got up in there, I couldn't be disrespectful to my city. Well, what you had to fall up under? You up under this Compton card. They gave me a whole layout. Did I have to follow suit? Yes, I did, or I was gonna have to get my stuff rolled up and get up out of there. So I'm not getting rolled up. That's just how I go. So when I reach out, when they call reach one, teach one, that's what I started doing. So I said, when I come back to the streets, I'm not finna be politicking with this fake stuff, because it's a whole lot of dudes that's in jail getting along. Then they come back home after doing a little bit of time. Now they don't want to act violent, they want to act extra out the game. I'm just not for that. So at the time we was going through what we was going through, we wasn't even really beefing like that. You understand what I'm saying? It was a process that occurred when people start going to jail. And then once start going to jail, that's how stuff start happening, because we used to get money together. And there's a lot of people, I can't speak for now, still getting money together on the low. See, one thing I was raised up, which is by his father, we're not finna let this color line stop us from eating. And a lot of you cats have. I mean, there's a lot of people that get a lot of money from different places. But when you come out here and you in these streets and you don't understand the politics, 9 times out of 10, most people get caught up. So that's a whole nother chapter on how to rearrange your lifestyle to start bettering yourself. But for right now, you need to find out why you're doing what you're doing and what's the cause of it. Because some of y'all is just dragging it. Now you get cats out here, to me, my personal opinion, if you wasn't, I'm not disrespecting nobody, but if you wasn't a born killer, and yes, you have lost a family member that went out there and got himself into something, and he got popped, or vice versa, and you become that, I understand you might feel you got to ride, but you got to do that for yourself. You don't necessarily need to drag other people involved up in that, if that's what you are. And I'm not being disrespectful to nobody. But a lot of times, you getting people in the cars, you going to go do these missions, and they not equipped. Some people don't got the heart. Some people got, I know a lot of people that done got high. I know a lot of people that done got drunk and went and done these missions, and now they never come back. And then some of them didn't even kill innocent people. You understand what I'm saying? So me personally, I look at it from a different angle. I don't have no problem speaking, but understand this. When you start putting yourself in the line of fire, then you got to know how to get yourself out of it. So if you're not prepared to do what you need to do to get yourself out the line of fire, by some of y'all, please stay out the way. Stay out the streets. It's easy to stand behind a bunch of dudes. But if you're not traveling by yourself and you're not really about that life, my advice to you is stay in your lane. And that's why I tell you, you got to change lanes. Stay in your lane. Some lanes ain't for everybody.
Now, the purpose of this video is I hope that y'all take heed to it. I would want y'all to take heed, but I have a son and he have a son, which is cousins. Now, if y'all watching this, because I'm going to send this video to my son and I'm going to send it to his as well. I'm going to send it to him for you to send to your son.
Yeah.
Because
gets it.
These are messages that's going to stay on the internet for years to come. I could have easily got on here and say, F this hood, F that hood, use a buster, use a sucker, but I'm not going to use my energy, especially tonight when I got my big cousin, because we have an obligation to set for the youth. We have an obligation to set for the youngster. Y'all go check out OGENT TV. That's Gangsta for you guys that didn't know. He got some things going on.
It's my partner.
Yeah, Gangsta got something going on with the youth right now in the city of Compton. He's trying to do something with Against All Odds. I told Casper that I would make this video for him today and put something out. He been calling me and asking me to do something. I've actually done something on his channel. So you guys go over to the OGENT. Go check out Gertz from Santana. They got a video as well. And they preaching to the youth. A lot of these beefs started with the older generation. I feel like it's the older generation to step in, which it didn't got a little bit too far. But you guys started this. You guys created this. You guys should have some partake in correcting this. And that's why I respect OGENT Gangsta for what he's doing, because at least he acknowledged his wrongs, his wrongdoing within our community. We all have acknowledged it. That's the reason why we on here, speaking how we speaking and talking how we talking. Because I could easily influence a whole lot of people to go do a whole lot of madness and crazy stuff. But like you said, I've been into the penitentiary. I've been to the penitentiary.
That's what's crazy. I know for sure I could have had a bad influence on it. Matter of fact, it's a lot that I keep sheltered in, and like a lot of people don't even understand why I am the way I am. See, it's a whole lot. I'm knocking on 50. You know what I mean? So I made it this far, being smart, trying to be intelligent, trying to change one person at a time. Can't change everybody. One person at a time. So I look at it like this. If I could talk to my family and keep them out of line of fire, or help give them some conversation, because we both done been in a situation where thank God we on the streets. I can tell you that for sure. I thank God for that. We had a unity program that I was involved in back in the 90s, which people don't know nothing about. Stopping the violence, increasing the peace. Yeah, I was a part of that movement because I understand what was going on. And I also understood what it took, and I done been in that situation. So when you ask me why I'm changing lanes, this is why. So my cousin say, Pa Rock, I got to get you on here, man, and really spit the ism and spit the truth about what's really going on, because he know that I know. And he knows some stuff about me that y'all don't know. And he know the type of person that I used to be to the person that I am today. So when we come over here, and don't think that we really we just stay in our lane. Because sometimes when you wake up, some demons, them skeletons is better left in the closet. So I appreciate that.
All right, so I'm about to get on up out of here, man. Go ahead and shout your YouTube channel out as well as your Instagram, and I'm gonna catch them on to the next one. You go ahead and do your thing while I go ahead and do my thing.
Stay tuned. Changing Lanes with James. We got cycling, we got low riding, we got Harley riding, we got a lot of things coming up. We're gonna do a lot of more peace movement, peace talk, far as getting back, reaching in, you know what I mean? Because I want to get everybody back on the page that we used to be on. Let's get some money. Let's invest in our future. Let's step our game up. So if we can do that, we can better ourselves. But the killing, it must cease, because 99.9% of my brothers, when y'all go out here and you demonstrating how tough you is to the other folks that we killing, that's our own people, you putting yourself, they family in danger. And the thing about that is, you never know how I feel till you looking at a life sentence. And if you think I'm lying, you will change your lane, just like James changed his lane, and that's what it is. So stay tuned.